Hey, hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 10 of Girl, Let's Talk About It. So, guess what? So this episode, although it's New Year's Eve, I know a lot of y'all are out here getting ready to go out and have the time of y'all lives tonight. But before y'all do that, if y'all have time and y'all want to listen to us while you're getting ready, then that's even better, because what we're going to be talking about today is planning out our success for 2024. Like some of the things that we are hoping to be able to achieve, some of the groundwork and foundation work that we want to set into place so that we can set ourselves up for success, period, um Keela, you want to kick us off?
Ma'am.
Okay.
I most definitely do. Let me pull up I should have had this, but let me pull up my goals for 2024, y'all. Can y'all believe that we like a couple hours away to a whole new year?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
A whole year. But
This
I'm
whole
not
year
gonna
went by so fast.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of happy for it though. I'm ready. I feel like we got a lot of big things happening in the upcoming year.
I agree. Listen, I feel like 2023 has been such a bittersweet type of year. I feel like we've had a lot of wins and we've had a lot of losses. But I feel like every loss that we endured this year has set us up for a major win in 2024. Like, that's just what I feel. Like, me personally.
It was the stepping stone for next year. It was the get ready.
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, I definitely feel like that. I feel like this year was an eye opener in some ways, where you kind of, I feel like it was more of a self-reflecting year for me. Like I feel like I've had years where like I was more aware of outside influences, and years where I was more in tune with like who was really rocking with me and who wasn't. And then this year, I feel like it was more of a, how have I got in my own way? Or how have I affected other people? How have I impacted relationships with people? Like it was an introspective type of year for me. To where it's like, okay, now I know how I want to portray myself moving forward. Now I know how I want to step, moving forward.
Right. Yes. I feel the same way. I feel like this year taught me more of self-care or self-worth. Like you said, the way I want to move, how I want to move, who I want to move with, and who I don't want to move with. It taught me a lot of things. It's taught me that it's okay to let people go. It taught me a lot of things. And it also taught me as well that I'm tired of working my 9 to 5. So let's get to my goals.
Girl, let's get into them. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I think the most important to me is the end goal of quitting my 9 to 5. So how I'm planning on doing it. I feel like my first and second one, they together. Like I need one to do the other. So basically leaving my 9 to 5, and I think getting 2 more streams of income. So finding those 2 different ways of making money, and then also what the things I'm already doing with TikTok and DHK stuff like that, that is going to make money that I know that is going to come in on a regular.
Right,
so
right.
I can say bye to my 9 to 5. Like that is my most out of my whole list, for real, those is my most 2 important, because I'm like, if I quit, meaning like my 9 to 5, I have more time for my family, take trips, do more, and I have to be stressed because of the 9 to 5.
Yeah. Yes. It's funny you mentioned take trips, because I was like, this year I'm taking 3 trips. I'm taking 3 vacations where I'm actually leaving home. Like, y'all, I literally this year this is the first time I've been with my company that I work with for almost 10 years. And this is the first time, the whole time I've been there, that I've run out of vacation time. Right. I think I mentioned it last week. But I didn't go nowhere. Like I came back to Chicago, but I didn't go nowhere. Oh, I lied. We did take a little mini vacation. We just snuck off real quick and ran to Atlanta real quick. But like I want to go somewhere. Like what? Hold on. I want to go like what the heck just happened here though? I really don't
Puerto
know.
Rico. You want to go to Puerto Rico?
Girl, listen, hold on, because we already talked about that. Because that's happening. It is going to happen. Yeah, like we were Puerto Rico. We're going. I know that's on the books. I did say I was gonna try to take a cruise somewhere. But I haven't mapped out exactly where I'm going, but I know I'm going somewhere. I know I'm going somewhere for sure. That is definitely on my list this year, but I do want to make sure that I make that happen. So a part of my thing, like I said, I was going to plan out, like actually plan out my year and plan it like on a quarterly. Like, so if I have to like put it in, I'm scheduling those times off. I'm booking trips earlier on to where it's happening. It's in the books.
Yeah, I think that's what I need to do as well, is book it now.
Yep.
The sooner the better. Because then you think about it, the sooner the better, because the tickets is cheaper too, especially like the places I'm trying to go. And go from there. I also want to take my kids on a trip this year.
That is one of ours too. We said we was gonna plan a family vacation. Last year we was gonna do it. That's when we were planning that trip for spring break. And Aiden at the time, we were planning to go in March. The trip was like the first week of March, and Aiden was technically not 6 months until the third week of March. And their stipulation is for a child to travel, they have to be a minimum of 6 months of age. And I was not trying to get all the way down. Oh, look at that. Y'all, my husband be working wonders. All I did was shoot him a message like, babe, I think I tripped the breaker. And ta-da, there's like but yeah, so we were trying to do that trip and they told us nah, because I didn't want us to ride all the way down there to Galveston and then they'd be like, what y'all doing here? He can't get on this boat, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's far for y'all, right?
What, Galveston like 45 minutes from you, right?
Like an hour, 2 hours.
Girl, yeah. And you 4 hours from me. So could you imagine us riding all the way out there? Girl, we would have been turning around being like, Aunt Tequila, you want to watch Aiden for 3 days, 4 days while we on this trip?
I would have said yeah.
Girl, he was still breastfeeding. There wasn't no way I was going. That's the whole reason we was like every trip that we did take, like every time I traveled this year, I took Aiden. Because like I'm still nursing, so he had to go on every trip with me. So it wasn't a trip for real, because I had the baby. So yeah, I'm taking trips, like break away from the family trips. And I got that one that I want to do, like, you know, where we said like we're gonna do a family vacation. And I feel like I said it last year or this year and we didn't get to it. But like you said, like I think the best way to do it is plan this thing out quarterly, put it in booking to make sure it happens. But yeah, that's definitely one of the things. Like I feel like if we stop saying we're gonna do stuff and just do it, you know. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm gonna just start doing it because that's how the podcast happened.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Man.
Let me see. One of my goals was getting back to painting, the tangible in that. Okay, so here I'll tell y'all the top piece of my thing. I said I wanted to achieve at least one tangible goal monthly. So like actually planning my year out quarterly, but having things that I can physically like check off and saying, I did that. I can hold this. This is an accomplishment. I can show you, taste it, smell it, whatever. So when I said get back to painting, instead of just saying, yeah, I want to get back to painting. No, I'm going to paint one painting per month minimally. And that's how I can say like, okay, I'm achieving this goal because tangibly, here's this painting. I've got this painting right here, you know? So that's one of my things. I feel like that getting back to painting is also going to contribute to dedicating time to myself because that's another one of my goals for this year.
Yeah.
I know you was talking.
You said what?
So I know you were talking about some me time. How you plan on doing yours?
So how I'm not gonna lie, now how I do my me time, I wait till them kids go to sleep and my husband got to go to work early. So I usually take an hour out each day for myself. But I think I'm gonna add to that is reading a book, one book a month. I mean, I started that the end of this year, then I just fell off of reading. But I have a couple books that I still have to read that I have already. So I think I'm gonna add that to my list of reading one book per month.
That's a good one. I think I need to add that under my me time, because I think like we are so used to like, we'll take a little sliver of time, and I consider it me time if I'm just sitting there scrolling on TikTok or Facebook. I'm like, oh well, I just burned through 30 minutes. That was 30 minutes of me time. I just burned through it mindlessly scrolling on Facebook or TikTok. And I'm like, that's time wasted. I do want to put that as a goal for me. Whenever I find myself trying to like doom scroll, to be like, nope. Because my husband actually, look, I'm everything is for my man this week, I guess. But he sent me a bunch of books. Like he figured out how to download the PDFs of like full books. Some TikTok hack he found. But he found like a bunch of titles that I sent him. I was like, hey, I want to read this book. He just sent them to me, the whole PDF, the whole book. And I got them on my iPad.
What? Y'all need to send me that link. Because I've been
I'm gonna have to tell him, like, hey, Keela need these ones. Look, send me titles. I got you.
Look, tell him he can even just send me the video. I figure out myself. I don't even want him to be like,
I got you.
You like you now calm down with these book titles, because
I'm like, did I just send you 8 of them this morning? You ain't reading these books that fast.
Girl, I'm not feeling like I found myself on the book talk TikTok and Black Girl book talk. So, girl, and then I read a couple of them, and they was spicy. They was everything. They was giving. So,
look, I wouldn't be surprised if a part of our New Year little resolution stuff right here is we end up turning at least 1 week into a book talk where we can reconvene about something we didn't read, because some of these books out here, it's some good ones, y'all. It's some good ones.
Girl, it was one I had talked about. It was Talk to Me Nice. It's a series, and it have 6 books in it. And I read the first 4. I still have 2 more in it. It's short reads too, so you can finish the book in a day.
Like, look, what's the author's name? Because I may have to ask my husband to send me though.
I'm not gonna lie. The first one you gonna read, and then it's gonna be on point. I think her name is Brianna. I'm gonna have to send it. I'm at Brianna Brown. I don't know. No, because
circle back around. Back around.
I might be lying on it, but her books is awesome. And she just came out with a new book. I'm like, let me read the first one first before I get to the second one, girl. It's
right. Look, it be like that. You get too excited for something and be like, hold on, let me not jump the gun.
Right, because that's most definitely what I did.
Do you ever read books like with your husband? Do y'all like ever find a series or something and be like, hey, let's read this together and then talk about them? Because like we be doing that with shows. I think that'd be a good thing.
We do it with shows, but we don't do with books. My husband don't have time. How his schedule is, he don't have time.
Yeah, I understand how that be. I definitely understand how that be. Like when I really think about it, I'm like, if I told my husband let's do that, he'd probably look at me like, now when? He gonna be like, the time that I'm supposed to be sitting there hanging out with you, I'm gonna be reading this book then. Cause like really, yeah, I understand. Look, we should have had her on here so they could plan out their year. Right.
You gonna add a whole other hour in the day. Cause I was just thinking about like trail schedule is basically like we have that little time before he go to bed, watch TV and on our weekends, but we only get like an hour or 2 or whatever because of that. Because he got to get up super early for work, and then our weekend times, that's my cuddle time. So look, I need that.
Right, because that's it, girl. Listen, because I sure been taking advantage of cuddle time. I'm like, well, can you just maybe go out, like go later, and then like we just get late. I be trying to, finesse my little extra time. I'll turn a little 1 hour to 2 hours or something, or be like, I understand. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. But in lieu of the spirit of New Year's, I'm trying to crack out my drink. Don't laugh at me, Keela. So y'all know how last week I said I was gonna give up some alcoholic beverages, and for the new year I was gonna let it go. I'm sticking to it because this is our sparkling cider. But Keela was laughing at me because I said, "Why buy this for the kids? But they not here, so this gonna be my New Year's beverage." And then normally on the show I'd be having something to drink, whether it be water or coffee or hot chocolate or something. But today for New Year's it's gonna be sparkling grape juice.
In your wine glass.
In my wine glass, because I gotta put the wine glasses to use now. Because if y'all know me, y'all know I got a cabinet full of wine glasses. A bunch of different sizes, shapes, variations. This one is iridescent, if you can't tell. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, so I gotta put it to use somehow because they're gonna be used for water and lemonade moving forward.
I'm not even gonna lie because I know myself, and I'm sorry, I'm playing with my life. Y'all see it's going dead, so I'm trying to turn it off. But I'm big on my wine now. I have to have a glass at least once a week. But that's big to me.
Listen, I want to give myself a shot. You know, I don't want to just give myself like some stipulations up front. Like, I mean, but you could at least have like one glass of wine. Like, I want to give it a real good go. I really do. I want to give it a good go. But like, I was talking with my husband last night, and I don't know if I was feeling like, because remember I told you I was like, I don't know. I felt like this was a sign from God that maybe I need to just cut it out because I would get like the slightest little headache every time. But I don't know. I feel like it could just be something else. But I'm gonna still stick with it because I said it, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
I ain't missing nothing.
Like
I ain't missing nothing. I'm a life of the party, sober or not. I will be okay.
That part.
Let me see. With that being said, one of my other things was getting closer to God, because I feel like no matter how many plans I scribble down or make for myself, my plans ain't nothing without his will, right? Because at the end of the day, he's the one who's already got the plans. I'm just trying to live them out. So I do want to make it a point to pray more. Like, I think that's a simple thing that gets overlooked a lot in our day-to-day. And I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, like after my grandma passed, like I just started to remember a bunch of stuff that we used to do. And I remember it every single night, y'all, when I was like a little girl. Every single night I would just sit on the stairs. My grandma used to work second shift. And I would sit on the stairs and wait for her to come home, knowing I was supposed to be in the bed, but that was my excuse to stay up late. I'd be sitting on the stairs and somebody would walk past the stairs and be like, Brittany. I almost said my nickname. They used to be like, forget it. They used to be like, Buka, go to bed. And I'd be like, I'm waiting for mama to pray. I got to pray with mama. And she would be like, let her down here. So so that was my thing. Like every single night I used to pray with my grandma. And I'm like, dang, I really got away from it. Like I don't even do that as like I used to. Or like I do make it a habit now. Every day I start my day, even if it's not a kneeling prayer, it could just be a quick prayer on my way to work where I'm just giving thanks, because I feel like I was so busy trying to plan success for this year and like looking for my next thing, my next successful thing, that I forgot to be grateful for the moment that I'm in, because I prayed to be here. Like, y'all don't know. I literally look around me and I see all the things that are surrounding me. And I'm like, I literally prayed for every single one of these things. So that's why I was like, okay, I got to make sure I do that part. I got to give my thanks. And I do want to get closer and make sure that I do pray more often. So that's one of my things for this year, is just getting closer, literally by praying. Yeah.
And I feel like when I just started, well, I've been praying. It'd be like right before I go to bed. It'd be like, let me say like you said, my things or whatever like that. But I just started putting on YouTube, and what's her name? The video you sent me today. I listen to her all the time.
Sarah Jakes. I sent you Sarah Jakes.
When I tell you, she like, I don't know, she give me in the spirit. Even if I'm not, if I'm just listening to it and I'm like, I don't know, if I feel different, if that makes sense. Like I feel, I don't know, but I started.
She be moving you, girl. She be moving you.
And I don't know, it's because the way she talk, like she speak my language. I get what she said. So it's just like, I love listening to her. So what I typically do, at first I'm saying I started like last week or 2 weeks ago. I used to just come upstairs to my office when I start working to watch TV. But before I start watching TV, I listen to one of her stuff on YouTube. And then I go to watching my TV for the rest of the day. And some days,
you know, that's
just all day. You say what?
You say you might listen to her all day?
Mm-hmm.
No, literally, that's how it started for me. So I had to call Whitney, the one who came on here I shouldn't say last season. We're still in this season. Who came on a couple of months ago. She's the one who, like, because I was going through some stuff, right? And I was just like, I don't know. I feel lost. I felt like I was losing my identity. Like, I just felt like, excuse me, y'all. I felt like I was like, I don't know if I'm coming or going, you know, like, I'm like, I got one foot in, one foot out. I'm trying to keep it together. And then she had sent me one of her sermons one day. And I was like, okay, I mess with this. So then every day, Whitney would send me a different sermon about something else. Like, hey, listen to this one. This one touches on this. Listen to this one. It touches on that. And I was just like, I was hooked after that. I literally was hooked after that. So then I would just, on my ride to work, instead of listening to the radio, I was listening to Sarah Jakes on YouTube. And then I would come home, and while I'm cooking dinner, I listen to Sarah Jakes. And I did not know that their whole church, her dad's church was here in Dallas. They didn't know none of that. Whitney go to their church. And like there is this seminar that she had in September that was like an arm and a leg to go to. But Muggs had bought that joint out quick and in a hurry. I'm like, dang. I don't know. I would love to go to one. But yeah, that's definitely one of my things this year, just getting closer. And if it's by way of Sarah, then it's by way of Sarah. So thank you, Sarah, because she definitely be talking to women like us, right? Like, yeah, it's definitely ministry for I don't know, I feel like it just speaks to, because she's a young Black woman, so I feel like she's speaking in a way that resonates, if that makes sense. But yeah.
Like even the part where her, you remember you watched the one where her wig was coming off, and she even made that a way of saying, my God is working. So I love that. I'm not gonna lie, I could sit there and listen to her all day. I'm not. That's my boom coon.
Right. Look, it's a good one to have. That's a good one to have. Let me see. Oh, I did say this one earlier where I was like, I am only putting myself in spaces where I am valued. I think that is going to be one of my pillars, not necessarily a resolution for 2024, but it's definitely one of my pillars for 2024. One of the things that I'm definitely standing on, no matter what. I'm only putting myself in spaces that I'm valued, because I felt like even now, I feel like I go above and beyond in a lot of different areas that don't value that, you know, whereas, for example, work. I do feel like there are times I invest too much of myself into work. And then the thing that always sits in the back of my head every time when I think about work is, if I drop dead tomorrow, they will find someone to replace me, but my family will never find anyone to replace me. So making sure that I put my family before my career and only putting myself in spaces where I'm valued. I know I'm valued here in my home. I know I'm valued with my family. And I know I'm going to make sure that I do better pouring into my family and these people, because this is the garden that I'm cultivating. This is what I want to grow. This is the seed I'm trying to grow, not that corporate life. You know, that's funding my garden currently until I can get like you and cut them off. And
girl, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there.
Look, I know I got a little bit of ways to go. I don't know if I could do that this year. I would love to say that I can, but I do want to say that I want to plant the seeds this year to put me in that position in the future, because I know that it is doable. I just want to give myself a realistic goal and not say I'm gonna do it this year, because I got too much, like too much of everything to where I'm gonna be like, okay, I can focus on, you know, trying to get rid of them. Like my job is demanding, very much demanding. So I just want to make sure I don't exert myself in one place and then shortcoming another, and then now my family is suffering. So definitely want to make sure I plan wisely, which is why I said I wanted to do this year in quarters. I think that's a good thing to do it in quarters.
That is good. I mean, I have heard this thing on TikTok the other day, and this lady said she was in a room with people, millionaires. She said she was the only one that was only had thousands. So she said all the people that was in that room, they was already on second quarter. So they was planning their second quarter while everybody else.
I've seen that.
Planning. I think I sent it to you.
Then okay, maybe that's where I seen it. Y'all, we be sending each other stuff all day. Y'all don't even know.
And she was saying basically they already in second quarter, and you know us, we're just now planning for the first quarter. So
and we about to be in the next week tomorrow, and we planning for tomorrow today. Yeah, we behind the ball, y'all.
Yes, so I think that's a good goal to have, is to start planning a whole quarter ahead. That yes,
and even to make your goals more like I thought about it like how I do my goals at work, right? When my team is given a target, instead of me saying this is y'all target and they see this big astronomical number, they're looking at it like I only got 30 days to hit this target. But what I do instead is I'll take that large target and I break it down into 30 days. And I tell them what they need to do every day to hit this target over 30 days. And if I'm feeling jazzy, I might even sprinkle in a couple extra numbers to make it a safety cushion, right? So it's like if I tell y'all we need to do, I don't know, $5,000 today, in reality we need to do 2,500 or 4,000, and we got the extra 1,000 and we made up some ground for later in the month, you know? So like I want to treat my life that same way. I want to use the business acumen that I've learned from my 9-to-5, and I want to implement that in my day-to-day life. Because if I can use that same business acumen to become an asset on my team at work, why not use that same business acumen to become an asset in my household? Why not use that same business acumen to catapult our things, our business ventures, our, you know, the podcast, the things with my family, stuff like that? Because let's make that what they, because think about it like this, the company's invested in us when they pay for our training, they pay for all these courses for us to take. Why are we only using it at their company?
Yeah.
Why are we only using it there? That's information. That is a transferable skill. And I will make sure I transfer it to my life on y'all done. You know, so
I agree. I thought you were going to say something else. I was going to say, I agree. I 100% agree. Because I'm not going to say what I'm learning at work. Because at the point at work, I'm checked out, y'all. I'm being 100% honest. You know, when you get to the point you checked out and just like, I'm here because
going through the motions.
I have to be here. Yeah. And I'm just like,
oh, you on the Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Exactly. I'm here doing what I need to do. The bare minimum. Well, I do a little more than the bare minimum because I don't want to seem like I'm just that person, but I make sure my bare minimum is more than what it needs to be, but it's in the middle. And
not too much to where they expect more.
Exactly. But my goal is okay, now that I'm seeing that my social media is making income, now I'm going to start grinding on that, and to the point where I want to have money saved up too. So just in case that 1 month I didn't hit my number or my goal, like you were saying, like give me a little cushion. I want to make sure everything is in order before I call and be like, hi y'all, where can I send this equipment? So
not even where can I send my resignation? She said, where can I send this equipment?
The equipment. Because once I get to that point, I do not want to work a 9-to-5 anymore. And it's not even because it's like the time consuming. Because I know when you start a business, you actually put more than 40 hours into a business. But you still have time to be around your family when you're not working a 9-to-5. So that is always gonna be my end goal. And then another goal for me is, y'all, me staying my butt at the gym. Staying my butt at the gym, because I always do. I do good for a month, and then I might skip a week and then go back a whole month, then skip another week, or I might go 3 days and skip, you know, I don't have it like on a set schedule. So I want to do 4 days out the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and keep my Friday, Saturday, and Sunday open. And then I read this one book where they said with habits, you want to have everything down to a T. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna be going to the gym between 7:50 to 8:30, those 4 days. So that is one of my goals, and I have to do it because I've been trying, and it's not making a difference because I'm skipping all these days and stuff like that. So we're gonna see what happens.
I know how that feels. I literally was just talking with James like last night about like my intermittent fasting. So I've been doing intermittent fasting, and I was going on a really good stint. When I started doing it, I was 182. I'm now 162. At one point, I got down to 158. Okay. My goal weight was 155. I'm telling y'all all my business. This is too much, but okay, y'all. I just had a baby last year. Okay, so there's that. But I wanted to get to 155, and like for me, I felt like okay, 155 is still. It was still like I don't know. I felt like because right before I found out I was pregnant with Aiden, I got down to 155, but it took me getting COVID to get there. Like I was like before I caught COVID, I was probably where I was when I started this weight loss journey when I was like 180, and then I got COVID, and it was like in 2020 I got COVID. Like it was back then, and it was like real bad. Like I was like, it was real bad. I thought I was gonna die, but the full 10 days sick, stuck in the bed, all of that, right? And I lost the weight, not even knowing that I lost the weight. Like when I got better, I went and stepped on the scale, and I was like, what? Where did it go? Because I didn't feel like I was 155. I felt like I still looked like I was 180. And like I was like, okay, I got to that goal weight, but it wasn't the look that I wanted, you know? Then I found out I was pregnant with Aiden, gained it all back, and then was right back at 180. And then, you know, like start the whole process all over again. But now I'm like, I feel like I can see it different. Like I see it now. Like you see my little TikTok transformation video where I had put my little, you know, I think it was maybe 4 pictures in there or whatever over this year. And I don't know. I feel like I can see the difference now, but I need to stay consistent. So the consistency is a big thing. I feel like for 2024, I just want to make a habit of being consistent, no matter what it is. So like, instead of saying like, you know, I want to make sure I go to the gym, I want to make sure I paint, I just want to make sure I make a habit of being consistent with whatever it is I'm going to do. So like, let me go ahead and put that in my little notes. Consistency is the goal.
I might have to, it's a popular book, but I cannot think of the name of the book, but it talks about all of that. And it talks about, you know, how to break bad habits, how to make good habits and all this stuff like that. It's a great book. And I listened to it on audio, and I had listened to it in one day when I was at work. It's a great book. And I think I'm going to put it in the description, the book title. I feel like with the new year coming up, it'll be a good book for people to read because like I said, it breaks down like, okay, like one example was like, you say you want to go to the gym every day, but you just can't, like, it's not a habit yet. If you go to the gym every day for 5 minutes and you're not doing anything, you're going to get to the point where like, okay, well, I'm already at the gym. Let me try this. Then 5 minutes. And then at this point, it's a habit. So it's a great book. So I will put it there because I feel like Greg helped me a lot because I showed before then, I didn't think of it like that. Like just taking the first step, basically.
Well, I felt like with that, just being creative in some way, shape, or form would help me build that consistency up to eventually get to painting. Because I'm like, well, I'm already in the creative mindset, or I've already created this image. But I feel like I've gotten more creative digitally, especially with the podcast, because I have to do so much graphics and stuff like that for the podcast. Now, y'all don't mind this past couple of weeks, we ain't had too many marketing graphics or nothing out there, but it's the holiday. Give us a break.
We're here. It's the holiday.
We're still here. We still gave y'all an episode, even though we didn't give y'all the marketing for it. Y'all know we here on Sundays.
Yeah, I'm like you said, it's the holiday. I won't say we didn't skip anything. We'll combine it one week where we, did the 2 Saturdays and combined it on a Wednesday. But we made sure we was here for y'all every week.
Yep. We gave y'all some type of content. So granted, yes, I did not, right? But that goes into my consistency thing where I'm planning my year out quarterly. Like, I'm already starting to work on so much stuff just for the podcast, y'all. We got so much stuff coming for y'all already, because although our full year hasn't been planned, we've done a lot of stuff, the two of us, to make sure we have things and good things to give to you guys this coming year. So the podcast, the girls from Girl Let's Talk About It, we got some things working. We got some things coming, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Like, Keela, see, this is why
I know, because I had that part of my goals for this year, but I'm like, I'm not even gonna speak on it. But when we pop out, just know we're gonna pop out.
Real big. Real big, y'all. No, I'm just I don't know. Like, I want to make sure that, like, y'all with us for the ride. Like, I feel like this past 10 episodes have gone by so quickly. When I think about where we started, granted, we're still in the beginning. Like, don't get me wrong, we're still very much so in the beginning. But we are going to start the new year and consider that a new season. Although this season only had 10 episodes, we're looking to, start the new year with a new season and move forward from there, so that it'll be easier to track us, right? It'll be easier to track, okay, 2023 was episode 1, 2024 was season 1, and then season 2. But it's some gems coming. It's some gems coming. Keela, I'm sorry. I'm over here trying now. I'm like trying my hardest to keep it together because I ain't trying to spill no beans. Dang it. You know how excited it be? Like, how exciting it be when you're like, honestly. Well, it's like Christmas.
You can spill one. You can spill the one that you sent me already with the what we put our goals on.
Okay, guys. So I did a thing and I made a 2024 planner. And I got it published on Amazon. So there's a paperback copy and a hard copy of this 2024 planner. Now, I was gonna try to put it in here for y'all to see it, but and then you can't see it too much because I'm on it while we're talking. I'm like writing on it. I got this little split screen going where I'm putting notes in the digital planner. So I have it digitally available as well for those who use like GoodNotes or any other apps like that. Keela's gonna figure out a way to put it on our link tree. But yeah, I was a little bit like, I don't know. So I wasn't unsure about like putting it out there digitally or putting it out there for real. But I went ahead and did it. I made this planner, which also it has pages in there where you can plan your year quarterly. So here I'm going to tell you guys some of the little sections in there that it has, so that you can kind of get a sense of where I was going with it, right? So wrong page. So here, let me tell you something. I'm too silly. Oh my goodness, how you deal with me, girl? So like when it comes to your quarterly progress, there's like a little progress report for the quarter. Here, let me show y'all real quick. I don't know if y'all can see it. Probably not for real. But there is a quarterly progress tracker where you can write down 5 items under 6 different categories. So you've got your professional goals, personal goals, health goals, financial goals, your love goals, and passion goals. And you can status check them, like how far you've gotten, if it's in progress, if you're stuck on it, if you're canceling it, if it's in delay, or if it's done. And that's one of many, many pages. There's like 80 something pages in this planner. There's even a 30-day self-care challenge in there. It kind of look like a bingo board where you can mark off some of these self-care challenge things that you can do for yourself. So making sure that you still put time into yourself some way, somehow throughout, using this planner. There's a budget planning sheet for the month in there. But this is the page that Keela and I have been working on while we've been talking with you all today right now. It's the year goals. It kind of gives you a little list here where you can write out your goals for the year. And then you could even put little thumbnails for each month, like how you want to, break those items down. But I think my favorite page is there's a review page for every month. So it's this one here. And there's one of these for every month where you can kind of give yourself a project report or a synopsis of that month that after you've finished it. You can rate your productivity, rate your mood, mention your main highlight for that month, the things that you learned, what you're grateful for, and what you want to do better for next month. And it's kind of like a checkpoint for you after the month is done, where you can really kind of take inventory of what you've actually been able to accomplish or what you want to do better for the next month, instead of just rolling into the next month like, oh, well, I think I did this or I could have did that. No, you're actually writing it down. And you're sitting down with yourself and having that accountability conversation. Like, all right, so this is what I did well this month, and this is what I want to do better next month, and this is how I can do it. And then the very next page after that is planning your next month after you've had that review with yourself from the previous month. But that's one of my favorite pages in there, and I did put it up on Amazon. I'll put the link if you guys are interested in checking it out. I'll put the link on this week's stream, and then Keela will also put the digital version if you guys are interested on the Linktree. If you guys would rather purchase the digital copy opposed to the physical hard copy or paperback copy. But yeah, that was one thing I just did. So I sat here on Christmas Eve. While my kids was all they had all opened up all their gifts and ran amok at the house, and now they were all retreated back to their corners of the house, and we're sitting in the living room. I feel like it was so many games on Christmas on Christmas Day. Did I say Christmas Eve or it was Christmas Day? So yeah, we're probably in the living room watching whatever game, football, basketball, because there were many of both. And I was just like, you know what? I want to make this planner. Then I made the planner, and I was like, I wonder if I could put this on Amazon. I did. 2 days later, they were like, your book is live. I was like, what? It was that easy? So,
easy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I surprised myself with that one.
Like I was telling her, I'm so proud of her. If y'all ever try to do this, it's not for the weak. You have to have real patience to sit there and make one. I tried before and it was just not for me. So when she did it, when I say the kudos to her was great, like, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, Brittany, I'm not even gonna lie. And for you to tell me you did it in a day, just sitting there in hours, I'm just like, girl, you did that. You did that. Because it's not easy. Well, it's not for everybody. Let me make, because it seemed like it was easy for her to do it in a couple hours. So I'm proud of you. Go, girl.
Well, thank you. Look, we're gonna have a lot of those moments this coming year. We're gonna have a lot of them. I'm proud of you, girl. You did that. A lot of those. A lot of those. A lot. I'm just speaking it right now because it's gonna happen. Yeah. For real. Mommy over here really pouring up glasses of this sparkling cider like I'm really over here I'm too funny. It actually tastes pretty good.
It do. The girls had that one on Christmas. It came with the other. What we got was from Sam's Club. It came with 3. It came with that flavor, and then it came with the purple one.
A rosé. It was like a pink one. Was it?
No, it's purple.
Oh, sorry. I seen when I picked this one up, it was 3 flavors on the thing, and it was like a pink one. I didn't see no purple one though. But yeah, my bad. I'm gonna shut up. I be doing that too much. Look, on my list. Shut up. Cause girl, just shut up sometimes. You do not know what they finna say next. Shut up.
I can't with
It's
you.
on my list.
Girl, it's crazy because I think what I'm gonna do this year, I had seen on y'all, I see a lot of stuff on TikTok. I'm a TikToker really. So I was on TikTok the other day and I seen this girl had did a video at the beginning of 2023. And she was like, as a video to herself, like a diary to herself, like, you know, she was like, did we re-sign our lease this year? Did we find a man this year? Like, she had a whole list talking to herself about things she wanted to do. She's like, did we make it to the Bahamas this year? Did we make it to New York this year? Like, talking to herself. And then she had a side-by-side video and she made her the end of the year video, like, answering, like, yeah, so like
I love that.
Yeah, she's like, did we do this? And then on like, say it was today, she on the other side saying, no, she was like, no, we did not sign our lease this year. And then she was like, we did find that man this year. She was like, we did make it to Bahama trip and we did not make it to the New York trip. Like, so it was just like, I like the fact that she was like, you know, at the beginning, she was talking to herself about goals and stuff she wanted to do. And then for her to go back and be like, I did that. That's basically what I got out that video. I did that. So I'm going to do that this year. I'm going to do it.
I like that. I like that a lot. Girl.
I think I'm going to do it I'm going to do it. And then we might do like, if you going to do it,
yep. Then we're going to do one together about the show. Did we get this many subscribers this year? Did we do?
Yes. And then I feel like at the end of the year, next year, we should do like make another video. And at the beginning of the episode or the end of the episode, y'all can get our reactions of what did we do. I feel like that'll be.
Look, and then y'all will be there with us a whole year's a whole year through it. Like, oh, I'm excited. We ain't even did it yet. Girl, all the things of this year just got me so excited.
Yes. And I feel like when I seen it, I was like, yes. Like, do you like it keep yourself accountable? She even might watch that video in the middle of the year and was like, okay, I didn't do this yet, but I want to make sure I get it done before I make my end of the year video. So I'm like, girl, when I seen that video,
I'm with that. That is a really cute idea. I love that. That almost reminded me of this one video I seen. And I'm like, dang, why wasn't I creative like that when I was younger? But this girl, like before she started having kids, she like wherever she traveled in the world, all her trips and everything she did, she would go say, hey kids, this is your mom and I'm at Niagara Falls. Or hey kids, this is your mom and I'm in New York City in Times Square. Hey kids, this is your mom. And then she like compilated them all together. And then she put them up on social media like she just had her first child. And then she was like, she'll give this, show this video to her kids when they're older. But I'm like, oh, I love that. All the traveling I did when my kids was smaller. Why didn't I think to do that? I'm going to do it for Aiden, I guess. The older kids, they'll get it, but I'm going to do it. Video diaries. That's what's coming. Video diary. That's all it is. So, yeah, it's coming.
Yes. I feel like we should have a challenge. I feel like I'm just bringing this up with this episode that we did not talk about. We should have a challenge where our viewers or even the people that are just listening to it, they can do a voice recording of their goals and stuff like that. And then at the end of the year, we should do like a special episode where everybody send their stuff in. And then we have like a little clip of everybody doing it. Like make like a little trend out of it.
Let's do it. Okay, so listeners, y'all just heard the woman, right? So send us a voice recording or voice memo of your goals for this year. And at the end of the year, we're going to play it back. And then you guys will have to send us your second part, letting us know if you achieved that goal or that thing that you said that you wanted to do for this year. So send your emails. So email us your voice recording. Here, let me do this real quick. Actually, what am I doing? Girl, I'm tripping. Let me pull out this keyboard real quick. Because I'm tripping. Let me do this. I ain't moving fast enough like I need to be. But hold on. I'm finna put it together for y'all real quick. Because y'all, that is such a great idea, Keela. And I love how you just came up like out of nowhere with it. Hold on.
I don't know. We be talking and it just be flowing and it just be like, I feel like this is something that we all should do.
Yeah, I mean, y'all here with us. It's a group chat, is it not? So that means everybody is in on it. Hold on. All right, cool. So here, send us y'all stuff. Email it to letstalk.kb@gmail, and we're gonna put it all together. And when we do ours in the year, we hope that, here's the thing. I feel like what we really should do is at 6 months, we're gonna have a check-in real quick. Like you said, the young lady might have did, where it's like, hey, did you get this done yet? We're gonna play our videos back halfway through the year as a little quick check-in. And we want to see where y'all are too. So make sure y'all send them in, stay tuned along the whole way. And then we're going to play them all back halfway through and then play them all back at the end of the year to see who's accomplished what. I really love that, Keela. I really love that. I really, 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 really love that. And here's an extra little piece to it. We may even have some giveaways at the end of the year for another little something that we may be dropping in the middle of the year or somewhere in the year that we may be able to give y'all at the end of the year for accomplishing y'all goals or even participating with us throughout this whole thing. So make sure y'all voice record, send us a video or voice recording, however you want to do it, but send it, record it, send it over to us at letstalk.kb@gmail.com. And we gonna hold each other accountable this year. It's a group chat. We in this together. Like, come on.
Right. I'm not even like, I love the idea. I don't know, when I seen it, it touched me a little bit. I'm like, I don't do that. I'm going to do it seriously. I'm like, Keela, did you make it to the gym 4 times out of a week?
Right.
Like, did you make it to your goal? Did you travel to this place? Did you travel? Girl, how was the podcast going? I was going to say something else, but how's everything going? So
look at you about to drop the gems, girl.
It's hard. You know, when you excited about something, it's just like, it's right there.
Over.
It's right there.
It is. Girl, this whole episode I've been sitting here like, especially considering we just had meetings about it today. And it's just like, but y'all, it's so much stuff coming. I'm sorry we over here being so cryptic about it, but
when it comes, you're like, oh, y'all remember the last episode on season 1 when they was all geeked and hype about it? This was what they was talking about.
They told us they was gonna do something. That's what it was. It's just one of many things, because there's a lot of things we got coming. It's just that one was the most recent one from today that we're really excited about. But it's a lot of stuff. But yes, yes, I'm sitting here thinking. Just trying to make a real quick, like, boil down everything that we talked about today, right? Because we're coming up on our 5-minute mark for today's episode. So I know that we said one tangible goal monthly, right? We're gonna make time for ourselves, making sure consistency is key, because that's the only way to hold ourselves accountable, is to make sure that we're consistent in everything that we do. Dedicating time to ourselves, to our families, becoming closer with God, and then last but not least, only putting ourselves in spaces where we are valued. Like, I think that's the thing. Have y'all been seeing Issa's? I know y'all seen Issa Rae's video about her 2024. Look, I should have put it on here today.
You know what? I had seen it and I strolled and I didn't watch it, and I don't know why I didn't watch it. Because
go watch it.
Go watch it. You know, I'm just gonna go on to TikTok and then I'm gonna put it there and it's gonna pop up because I want to see it.
Yeah, you got to. Like, it's worth watching. It's worth seeing. Issa has always been my girl. Issa has always spoken to me because she the real one. So yeah, I'm definitely, I'll send it to you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send it over to you. But as we wrap up this year and this episode, I did want to make sure we took some time out at the end here just to give thanks and to thank you all for your streams, for watching us live, for your comments, for your likes, for your downloads, for all of your engagement, for being here with us through the rocky first beginning, right? Like, because it's only going to get better from here. So as we progress and we get better, We hope that you continue to stay tuned in and that you continue to stay along with us for the ride. And don't leave the group chat because we ain't done yet. Because, girl, we got to talk about it.
We do. We do every week. We have a topic to talk about. Something you can relate with, something that you were thinking about and you just didn't have no one to talk to about. This is the group chat.
Right. Oh, and then so we are actually next week on January, is it 8th? Is it? Now, I don't want to lie to y'all. Let me look at the dates. Next week episode is 7th. January 7th. So next week we will be back January 7th, Sunday at 7 p.m. And we're going to be talking about being a strong woman but still being in your soft era. How you balance that, how that looks, what does that look like? You know, I think a lot of us right now, a lot of us are strong, right? That's all we've seen. Most of our whole lives we were raised by some strong women, and a lot of us now are trying to navigate what it looks like to be in our soft girl era, in our feminine era, and we're, you know, getting more in tune with the soft side, the feminine side, the submissive sides. So next week, January 7th, come on to the group chat because that's what we're talking about. So come ready for the combo. Until then, we will see y'all later next time on Girl, Let's talk about it.